In today's show, Bitcoin hodlers targeting $100,000 is what's preventing a 40% price drawdown. New data suggests, as Root points out here, with the HODL Army growing, it's allowing us to make new all-time highs without barely any short-term hodlers in the market. Since we didn't reach prices above $100,000, which so many expected, many still believe this will eventually happen and might therefore hold on to their coins. And as shared here by Crypto Rover, big Bitcoin pump incoming. The average return from this 12-hour bullish divergence is around 30%, suggesting that Bitcoin could just trade back up to $50,000 near the end of this week. Send it. And as pointed out here by the Bitcoin Archive, when exchange supply goes down, Bitcoin price goes up, consistent since March 2020. Supply is going down again. And this just in breaking news, $1 billion is expected to flow into Australia's first Bitcoin ETF when it lists next week, according to the Australian Financial Review. And Eric Balchunas, the senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, shared the following. Australia is the 8th country to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, the Cosmos Bitcoin ETF, to list on April 27th. And there are rumors that VanEck and Beta shares will launch too. They expect it to bring $1 billion right off the bat. That's the equivalent of $100 billion in the US. Also in today's show, Ethereum price bear flag could sink Ethereum price to $2,000 after a 20% decline in 3 weeks. Quoting Doopy Cash here, ETH still experiencing selling pressure from the people that wanted to make a quick buck on the merge. At some moment in time, we will find equilibrium. I'm not interested in predicting this bottom. I just want to accumulate as much as I can before we get there. And as Lark Davis shares, at negative 2.8% supply growth a year post-merge, Ethereum will see about 3.3 million ETH a year burned. By the end of the decade, the total ETH supply will drop under 100 million, or put another way, we will burn the equivalent of all ETH currently sitting on the exchanges. Also in today's show, there are 3 indicators with historic track record for calling Bitcoin rallies flashing bullish. And at the same time, as crypto analyst Tech Dev shares here, 3 historic ingredients for major Bitcoin impulses. We have the 3-week NASDAQ RSI, less than 50, which shows strong bearish sentiment towards risk-on assets, as well as the 1-year plus HODL wave at an all-time high, which shows constrained active Bitcoin supply, as well as the 3-week Bitcoin Vortex Bullcross, which shows building macro bullish momentum. Also in today's show, top crypto analyst Mikhail Vende-Pop says this one group of altcoins can pull off 10x rallies and updates his outlook on these 3 crypto assets. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price. If you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. Today's episode is brought to you by FTX US, built by traders for traders. That's right, FTX US is the best way to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, as well as other digital assets. And did you know you can trade crypto with up to 85% lower fees than its top competitors? That's right, there are no fixed minimum fees, no ACH transaction fees, and no withdrawal fees. Also note that FTX is the only leading exchange that supports both Ethereum and Solana NFTs, and there are no gas fees. And you might have heard of them from their Super Bowl commercial with Larry David, or their partnership with Stephen Curry and Tom Brady. That's because the world's biggest names trust FTX. And they have a special promo they're running right now, where if you download the FTX app today and use my promo code Crypto News, you can earn free crypto on every trade over $10, truly making this a no-brainer. And the more you trade, the more you earn. So go ahead and download the FTX app today by clicking the link in the description right down below. Use my referral code Crypto News, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. How's it going, crypto fam? Make some noise in the live chat. The Bitcoin dropping to $25,000 or lower is very unlikely, thanks to Hodl'Ers hoping for new all-time highs, not speculative traders. New research says. In a new series of tweets on April 19th, popular analyst Root argued that there is no reason for a dramatic Bitcoin sell-off. That's right, Bitcoin has yet to wow the market with its all-time high this halving cycle, and this has contributed to a loss of faith among some investors. But at the same time, on-chain indicators remain much more bullish than the spot price action, and those investors are still in the market to support the idea that Bitcoin will go far higher in the future. This is thanks to the lack of short-term hodlers on the market. Root notes, even the most recent all-time highs of $69,000, which we hit in November of last year, came with relatively few speculatory bets, something which contrasts strongly with the all-time high during the last halving cycle back in December of 2017. How many of you remember back then when Bitcoin soared from $2,000 to $20,000 for the first time? Now, what is more is the long-term hodlers hoping for fresh price discovery who are now supporting the market, not the short-term hodlers looking to buy the dip. Quoting Root right here from this Twitter storm, with the HODL Army growing, it's allowing us to make new all-time highs with a $69,000 top without barely any short-term hodlers in the market. Since we didn't reach prices above $100,000, which so many expected, many still believe this will eventually happen and might therefore hold on to their coins. And as such, Bitcoin's realized price, which is the average price at which all coins last moved at around $25,000, seems an unlikely target thanks to the long-term hodlers' unwillingness to sell. And while some chose to do so recently, this was thanks to them buying in at highs earlier in 2021 and watching them cut their losses. Root continued more broadly. However, those who purchased during Bitcoin's first trip above $60,000 have chosen to hodl, not sell, as he shares here in this conclusion. Some exhaustion coming from the people that bought the run to the first $64,000 peak, but many still hodling. Older, long-term hodlers, mainly hodling strong. No real reason to see a drop below realized price. And as Cointelegraph reported, some market participants remain extremely wary over a capitulation event occurring in the coming months for the King crypto. Driven by macro, this could see a $30,000 return or worse, the 200-week moving average at 21,000 coming in as support. I feel this is highly unlikely. However, it is a possibility, so do keep that in mind. It all depends on the United States Federal Reserve and its reaction to inflation. They say this is far from clear thanks to the limited scope for containment measures. And as Crypto Rover shares here, big Bitcoin pump incoming. The average return from this 12-hour bullish divergence is around 30%, suggesting that Bitcoin could just trade back up to $50,000 near the end of this week. Send it. And as pointed out here, when exchange supply goes down, Bitcoin price goes up, consistent since March of 2020. Supply is going down again. Can you say incoming? Bitcoin supply shock. And this just in breaking news, $1 billion is expected to flow into Australia's first Bitcoin ETF when it gets listed next week. As Eric Balchunas points out, who is the senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, Australia is the 8th country to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, the Cosmos Bitcoin ETF, to list on April 27th. There are rumors that VanEck and Beta shares will launch too. They expect it to bring in $1 billion right off the bat. That's the equivalent of $100 billion in the US. Let's freaking go. All I know is this: I cannot wait for a spot Bitcoin ETF to finally be approved in the United States. Then it's game time. And before I break down next way of the day, Ethereum price bear flag could sink the Ethereum price to $2,000 after a 20% decline in 3 weeks. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, all the major cryptos are currently pumping back in the green, with Bitcoin up almost 4% for the day, maintaining just above $41,000. We have Ether up almost 4%, maintaining above $3,000, while Luna is up over 7.5%, trading above $90.50. Solana is up over 5%, trading at $104, while Avalanche, Binance Coin, Cardano, and XRP are all pumping and in the green. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Ethereum's native token Ether has dropped by nearly 20% in the last 3 weeks, hitting monthly lows near $2,900 on April 19th. But despite rebounding back above the $3,000 price point, technical suggests more downside is possible in the near term, according to a classic bearish pattern. That's right, dubbed bear flag. The bearish continuation signal appears as the price consolidates higher inside an ascending parallel channel after a strong downward move called the flagpole. It resolves after the price breaks out of the channel to drop further. Now, Ethereum's price turned lower after testing its bear flag's upper trend line on April 4th and now eyes an extended decline towards its lower trend line near $2,700. If the pattern pans out as intended, the price could drop further with its target at lengths to equal the flagpole's height as shown right here in this chart. And as a result, Ether's bear flag set up risk a potential retest of $2,000 in the second quarter. Now let's discuss Ethereum prices, macro factors. Ethereum's correlation with Bitcoin and the areas of traditional markets have also increased its downside risks in the recent months. For instance, the correlation coefficient between Ether and the NASDAQ 100 was 0.95 this April 19th. A coefficient of 1 means that the two assets move in perfect tandem. Now, Ether price is down by nearly 19% since the start of this year. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, stock, and other riskier markets have also fallen this year as investors assess the Federal Reserve's willingness to aggressively raise rates and reduce its $9 trillion balance sheet. I want to give a quick shout out to CryptoMon, the living NFT play and earn game taking the internet by storm. Check it out for yourself. Pretty sweet, eh? And as you can see, they have a growing community of over 400,000 members. So go ahead and click the link in the description right down below and check it out for yourself today. Now let's discuss the longer term bullish factors for Ethereum. More or less, ETH's fall comes primarily due to sentiment that there would be less cash available to purchase riskier assets. Nonetheless, speculators remain hopeful about the long-term uptrend due to its much anticipated protocol upgrade called the Merge, which is likely to be released after June. As Doopy Cash shares here, ETH is still experiencing selling pressure from the people that wanted to make a quick buck on the Merge. At some moment in time, we will find equilibrium. I'm not interested in predicting this bottom. I just want to accumulate as much as I can before we get there. Now, additionally, the months running up to the technical update have coincided with a downtrend of Ethereum held on exchanges. The number of non-zero ETH addresses continues climbing and more ETH flowing into the Merge's official smart contract. And as Lark Davis points out here, at negative 2.8% supply growth a year post-merge, Ethereum will see about 3.3 million ETH a year burned. By the end of the decade, the total ETH supply will drop under 100 million, or put another way, we'll burn the equivalent of all ETH currently sitting on exchanges. Now we have Keenan Mel, an analyst at Seeking Alpha, who argues that Ethereum's style of running shadow forks ahead of the Merge launch increases the update's possibility to become successful upon launch. This should influence more investors, especially those who are waiting on the sidelines to accumulate Ether in the long run. So there you have it. How many of you are currently bullish on Ethereum and the Merge? Let me know in the comments right down below. And before I break down next story of the day, and I share with you 3 indicators with historic track records for calling Bitcoin rallies, which are all flashing bullish at the same time. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just under $1.9 trillion with over 90 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance is 41%, with the Ether dominance at 19.4%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past 24 hours, we have GMT leading the pack, up 29%, trading at $3.26, followed by Rune, up 14%, trading at $8.62, followed by Zcash, up 14%, trading just under $158. And now checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past week, you can see a sea of green. It's about time. GMT leading the pack, up 49%, DCR up 20%, Audio up 24%, and GLMR up 16.6%. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. A closely followed crypto analyst says that these 3 indicators with a historic record of signaling Bitcoin bull runs are all flashing green and at the same time. That's right, the synonymous analyst known as Tech Dev tells his 388,000 Twitter followers that the Nasdaq's relative strength index plus Bitcoin's Vortex Cross Indicator, plus its 1-year HODL wave are all necessary components of Bitcoin rallies. Now, Vortex Cross Indicators pinpoint trend reversals, and 1-year HODL waves measures the amount of Bitcoin that has remained dormant for more than 1 year. Now, TechDev says that traders should take notice that 2 of Bitcoin's most important indicators are flashing green, and at the same time, as the Nasdaq's RSI suggests, an oversold market. As he shares here on Crypto Twitter, 3 historic ingredients for major Bitcoin impulses. Number 1, the 3-week Nasdaq RSI less than 50, which indicates strong bearish sentiment towards risk-on assets. Number 2, the 1-year plus HODL wave at an all-time high, which shows constrained active Bitcoin supply. And number 3, the 3-week Bitcoin Vortex bull cross, which shows building macro bullish momentum, which you can see here in this chart. And on top of the trio of indicators, TechDev says that there are more for the bulls to be optimistic about. He also points to both Bitcoin and the total altcoin market cap, testing crucial moving averages as support, just as the US dollar currency index hints at exhaustion. A downtrending US dollar currency index traditionally implies strength in other assets, according to most analysts. As he shares here, familiar stage is set. Bitcoin retesting the 100-day moving average after reclaim, plus altcoin market cap retesting weekly exponential moving average ribbon after years of near identical structure, plus the US dollar currency index near local top, in my opinion, after a 1-year run, plus Fed funds rate on the rise. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this crypto analyst. And before I break down our final story of the day, top analyst Mikhail Van de Poppe says this one group of altcoins can pull off 10x rallies and updates his outlook on these 3 crypto assets. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,150 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store live at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes and Google Play. And if you're listening to the pod, be sure to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok. So where we're at, be sure to plug in and follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Crypto trader Mikhail Van Pop is eyeing several crypto assets as well as one blockchain sector that he says is experiencing major adoption. In a new tweet, the popular analyst presents his 584,000 Twitter followers with a chart tracking the price action of the centralized Oracle network Chainlink dating back to September of 2020. As he shares here, let me repeat the question. If a chart looks like this and oracles are extremely heavily needed in decentralized finance, plus Link is the largest by a mile, would you be interested in selling or buying the underlying asset? Let me know your answer in the comments right down below. And how many of you are currently bullish on the missing link of the blockchain, better known as Chainlink? Holla at your boy. Now at this time, Chainlink is currently trading just above $14. Now next on Van Pop's radar is Anchor, ANKR, whose native protocol harnesses Web 3.0 to simplify cross-chain interaction and staking. As he shares here, this one is inside a range. Crucial support levels beneath here. If it breaks 10 cents, then party time is ready. Would be interested in the lower levels. And at the time of this recording, Anchor is currently trading just above 7 cents. Now last on the chart of the Guru's altcoin list is Reserve Rights Token, an anti-inflationary project which aggregates baskets of tokenized assets. Now RSR has been on a slow downtrend for the past several months. Van Pop asks, if a chart looks like this, would you be interested in buying or selling the underlying asset? Now currently, Reserve Rights Token is down about 2% for the day and exchanging hands for 1.3 cents. Van Pop concludes his tweet storm by highlighting how significantly smart contract platform Avalanche has grown. He believes such massive adoption means layer 1 blockchain projects have the potential to increase their value tenfold. As he shares here, daily created accounts on Avalanche reached a new all-time high with 500,000 plus accounts being created. Adoption? Yes, the market is growing faster and faster. It's accelerating. Layer 1s can easily go 10x and have a proper value at that point, given the perspectives they have. How many of you are currently bullish on Avalanche? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for a quick recap, what I covered with you here in today's show: Bitcoin hodlers targeting $100,000 as what's preventing a 40% price drawdown, new data suggests, as well as Ethereum price bear flag could sink the Ethereum price to $2,000 after a 20% decline in the past 3 weeks. We also discussed top crypto analyst Mikhail Van Pop says this one group of altcoins can pull off 10x rallies. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? As you can see, we are pumping. Let's freaking go. Holla at your boy in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. Jenny Jones wrote, JV, when I hear your crypto news alert updates every day, it blows my mind how far along Bitcoin and cryptos have come. Thank you for always reminding me how exciting and lucky I am to be a part of this crypto revolution. HODL crypto fam, one love, peace. We're all so extremely blessed to be involved in crypto so early. You make a great point. Thanks so much for your continued support, Jenny. HODL. And our next featured comment comes from Pokemon, who wrote, Hi JV and Crypto News Alerts fam, enjoyed the show. Thank you for the shout out. XRP got my bag at 22 cents. I expect this slandered coin will go from strength to strength. It has many partners, countries, and financial systems already. Just waiting on the SEC outcome, which has given evidence it supports Ripple. Get some now before it rockets. Take care. God bless you and yours. Right on, fam. Now that the SEC lawsuit is finally ending, we should see a nice XRP pump incoming very soon. HODL. And our third and final featured comment comes from VBerg420. Another amazing show. The amount of work Crypto News Alerts team puts in is noticed. Thanks, brother. Cheers, fam, and happy 420 as always. One love. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.